Probably the biggest news I've been told today was that COVID-19 cases in the WWE have reached 30 names after testing happened today and yesterday, and in fact the day before for anyone who had already been tested as well. There were a number of negatives in the previous test that became positives within this week, meaning that a lot of people who either already had it or had been cleared of having it are now suffering from coronavirus. At current, there is no intention to shut down tapings. The decision is solely down to Vince McMahon, who I have been repeatedly told believes that the WWE is essential for the country. There are even some concerns that they will struggle to put on the Extreme Rules show. However, they do believe they have enough time to do that. One of the problems that they have is that a lot of the people suffering are backstage staff, and possibly people we may never even hear about. The original delay to the SmackDown taping, which would have happened almost 2 weeks ago now, was due to delayed test results. It is believed that some of these test results that were delayed have either been false negatives or were in fact positives at that time, because the SmackDown side is believed to be much harder hit than the Raw side. A number of late rewrites have been happening, and in fact might still be happening, because at the time of this recording the show is still being recorded ready for tonight. One thing that has been advertised for SmackDown is the Boneyard match from WrestleMania between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. This is apparently designed to fill time that they simply don't have anything for, and in addition to this, it might be the only appearance of AJ Styles, who was expected to take on Drew Gulak. There has been no confirmation as of yet of any talent that I'm aware of having coronavirus. However, AJ Styles and Drew Gulak have been pulled from the preview, which I believe is quite telling. A number of other matches have been lined up for future Raw and SmackDown shows that feature crowds, or in fact are just historical, including potentially a rerun of some old Royal Rumble matches to fill time for any talent that are unavailable. They are struggling to write storylines because anytime they seem to write a storyline, either something goes wrong or they lose someone to actually do it. They were writing storylines on Monday's Raw for Kevin Owens before he of course announced that he would not be returning to filming for at least a couple of weeks. Speaking of a couple of weeks, WWE talent and staff were apparently told that after a 2-week isolation period for anyone who actually has coronavirus, they are expected to follow that up by coming back to work. This is unless the case progresses to a point where there are life-threatening symptoms. To my knowledge at the moment, there are no life-threatening symptoms whatsoever. I also did say after last Monday, when they first initialized a series of tests, that to my knowledge there were no positive results, and that was true. However, things have changed since, because a lot of those tests which were proven negative have now been retaken, and some of them are coming back positive. As an aside from this, talent have been told to keep their distance, no matter how close they are with people, or even if they share homes with people in the backstage area. Anywhere outside of the ring or ringside, and that includes the crowd, they are to keep their distance from each other. There has also still been no mandate from WWE management that people should be wearing masks. As a result, people may choose to wear masks, but by and large backstage does not contain many. Now, a number of wrestlers have voiced a desire to opt out of the shows, much like Kevin Owens has done, Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns as well. However, by the sounds of it, they are waiting for someone else to go first. I did specifically ask about Seth Rollins, given his status as a locker room leader, and I was told that he is not someone who is looking to opt out anytime soon. This is despite a large amount of pressure that is apparently being put on him by other superstars who want him to be the one to go first. I mentioned Kevin Owens there, and I asked if anyone was upset about him opting out of filming, and I was told that no one is upset with Kevin Owens, and in fact a number of people are surprised that more people haven't already come forwards. One side effect of the amount of cases that are currently appearing in Florida is that there is a travel ban being instigated from several states, and of course there is still a travel ban to fly into the United States from several countries. The WWE is still confident they will be able to fly Brock Lesnar in for SummerSlam. However, they are considering backup options should that not be an option. moving away from COVID-19 for a moment, and I just want to touch on the WWE's plan when it comes to the speaking out movement that has been taking up a lot of the headlines recently. They are very aware of the situation, and apparently their legal team is keeping track of any allegations made, particularly on social media. However, there is no intention of any suspensions or releases based on accusations made on social media. Apparently they are waiting to see if there are any actual charges pressed, any police charges that come forwards. If there is an active police charge against someone, they will suspend someone indefinitely pending that investigation. If they are cleared, they would return to work. However, if they are arrested, they would then be released from the company immediately. That's all the news I have for you this week in what has been a very COVID heavy video. If these are videos you want to see more of, please like the video, share the information, please get it out there, because the most important thing is that this information gets out for the public interest so that people know what is going on and can make their viewing habits and decisions based around that. I have been Tom Colohue, and I just want to say thank you for joining me.